First, I just want to ask how you view this latest incident in Ayungin Shoal.
Well, Ruth, I think it's clearly an escalation, and I honestly believe that we are into the territory where we really should be talking about consultations under Article 3 of the Mutual Defense Treaty. That's what the treaty is for, and Article 3 is for consultations, and I think that the conditions for Article 3 have clearly been met.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying that there is a process before going into Article, you're talking about Article 3, which should be the consultation first before the Article 4, wherein both parties should talk about a common position, but this has to be based on the constitutional process of both countries. So for now, when you say consultation, what does it mean? What is the process?
So Article 3 essentially, and I'm talking about a formal entry into those discussions, right? So Secretary Manalo has already been talking to Secretary Blinken. That's great. They should certainly do that. But I think it should be sent as a clear message that further consultations will be taken under Article 3, in which they talk about the violations to Philippines' territorial sovereignty and its security, and how does the Mutual Defense Treaty apply? Because I think it clearly applies. These are armed. All you have to do is look at these pictures. These are armed attacks against Philippine public vessels. This is what we've been talking about now for months.
I was looking for my notes. Article 4 says each party recognizes that there is an armed attack in the Pacific. When you say, you're already saying it's an armed attack, but how do you really define it?
Well, I mean, so, there's the old saying in the United States by a former Supreme Court justice that he can't define pornography, but he knows it when he sees it. I think, we know an armed attack when we see it. So we see these Chinese Coast Guard members brandishing spears and axes and other, and clubs and things directly against Philippine public vessels. These are Philippine Navy vessels. This looks like arms and it looks like an attack. Mm-hmm. I put all those things together and say this qualifies.
Mm-hmm. But that will further increase provocation? Do you think that will even lead to that? Or some are saying that there could be a declaration of war, but we're not yet at that point.
I don't think that either party, I don't think any party, China, Philippines, the United States, wants to go to war. And I don't think countries go to war unless they want to go to war. But I do think that China believes that it can continue to escalate without significant consequence based on what's happened so far. And I think that China needs to recognize that there can be consequences that would be very severe. So, I think that's why there should be these consultations.
But yeah, in the meantime, apart from the consultations, what should the Philippines be doing, and what should also the U.S. be doing? Increase patrols?
Well, I think part of the reason for the consultations is so that they can explore together what other methods there may be to penetrate Beijing's blockade of the BRP Sierra Madre. What you see here in these pictures is that China is willing to bring their opposition to the resupply all the way up to the railings of the Sierra Madre itself. So, right now, the Philippines tried something different this time. That makes sense that they would try different approaches. But I think it's clear by what we're seeing here that they need to have other options in their arsenal, and the U.S. may be able to provide some support, and so they should explore that.
Thank you very much for your time, Sir Ray Powell, maritime security expert.